So I came back from vacation and I have a green pool. So I thought, what better time to show you how to use one of these Taylor test kits and how to test your water to learn how to, or to know what you need to put in for chemicals. This is really straightforward. I watched a million videos on how to first do it, but I thought I would make a quick little video for you. It's very simple, so let's get to it. I'm using this Taylor test kit, K-2006. I'll put a link in the description. Fast DPD chlorine. This is a chlorine pool. You can see the water is fairly nasty. This is pretty straightforward. So I am going to do the free and combined chlorine FAS DPD test. So what you do is you take this little vial and it says 1, fill large tube to desired mark with sample water. We're going to use the 25 milliliter sample size. So this is fairly simple and it's a trick I learned. So take the water, you see that water right there? Just pour it out until that hits the bottom of the vial. Bam, and it'll be right at 25, see? Perfect. Then we take R0870, and this all says this right here. So step 2, add 2 dippers of R0870. 1, 2. And if there's chlorine present, the water will turn pink, right? So we have chlorine, but I'm going to swirl it to make sure all the chemical or reagent is mixed up, right? All right, now we need to take 871, which I have a big thing of it because I use a lot of it. And we're gonna put 1 drop at a time, counting after each drop until the color changes from pink to colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 22 drops. That was quite a lot. So let's open up the app I use, which is Pool Math. And I recommend getting this. I think it's like $15 a year, but it really helps you figure out what you need for chemicals. So I had 22 drops, but because I used a 25 milliliter sample size, I need to multiply that by 0.2. So we'll get Siri here. Hey Siri, what's 22 times 0.2? It's 4.4. So 4.4, I'm gonna log test results. 4.4 represents how much chlorine is in the pool water, and that is a good amount. But next we need to check for combined chlorines. We are going to do that by, this is turning pink a little bit, so let me put another drop in there. Oh, it's 23, but it won't make that big of a difference. Hey Siri, what's 23 times 0.2? 4.6, so let's update that. 4.6. Now let's do the combined chlorine, and combined chlorine will tell you how much chlorine is combined to organic material in the water. So we'll put 5 drops of R0003. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll swirl that. And if combined chlorine is present, it will turn pink. So this has not turned pink, so there's no combined chlorine, but there's a ton of chlorine in the water. So that means it's working and the filter's working because it's moving out or organic material. Now the water looks cloudy because I just brushed it, but this is pretty much what we want the pool to be doing. So once I get done with this, I'll press done. This will calculate it and we'll see what the chlorine level is. Now I'm gonna slam the pool, which means raising the chlorine level to a really high level to make sure all this organic material gets out of the pool. And the organic material is what makes the pool look cloudy. So let's dump that. I'm gonna do the rest of this test just so you can see, but I don't really need to do it. So next we're gonna check pH level. Actually, let's make sure we update this. So there's 0.0 combined chlorine. So let's do pH now. So we'll do 44. We'll fill the big tube up to 44, and the 44 is at the very top of this, but we just shake it and it will get there. So it's about there. And we had 5 drops of R004. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the way you test this is very simple. Just take the cap, put it on top, invert it, and that will give you, you hold up to the sun to get a proper look at what the pH level is, and this looks like it's about a 7.6. So you can see that 7.6, it's about that color, even though the light may be a little bit off in the camera. So we'll put 7.6 for pH. So it went down a little bit, which is good because my pH was going up. Total alkalinity, I checked yesterday, it was good. I'll do that one too. What say you? So again, take the tube, fill to the 25 milliliter mark. Add 2 drops of 007. 1, 2. Swirl. Add 5 drops of R0008. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swirl. Should turn green. Does. And then R009 until it goes from green to red. And I usually start off just by dropping 1 or 2 at a time, or 2 at a time. 1, 2, this usually takes a lot. And I already saw it turn red a little bit, so when it does that, I will just start doing 1 at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 90, same as it was yesterday. So put that into our app. And I will check the CYA or the stabilizer. Now, the stabilizer is super important because it keeps the sun from eating your chlorine. So you take this tube, fill it to the 7 milliliter mark. About there. Take 0013. Fill to the 14 millimeter mark, and this takes a ton of reagent. So I have a bunch of these R013s in the pool shed, and we have to shake this for 30 seconds. All right, good. And then we use the other side of the vial, and we pour this mixture into this. There's a black dot in the bottom of that. We pour that mixture into that, and once we can't see the black dot, we record the measurement. Usually sit over it, so almost there. I will say that that's it, maybe just, no, that's it, that's good. So it says we have 50. Record that. Done. Okay, so we've tested all our chemicals. So we have tested everything. And now we are going to let the app calculate what we're high and low on. So we press the check mark. It says free chlorine should be raised to prevent algae. So I have algae in my pool. So I'm gonna click on free chlorine. All right, so it says I need, my target chlorine is 6, but I actually want to slam the pool until it is clear. So I hit the slam button, and it says my target is 20, so I need to put 3 gallons of chlorine into the pool. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop 3 gallons of chlorine into the pool, and then we'll test it again in a little while, and hopefully by tomorrow it will be clear. But it's only going to get clear if you vacuum and sweep the pool. So I did this yesterday, didn't vacuum or sweep, and it still isn't clear. I vacuumed right now, I swept already, 3 gallons. Let the filter do its job and clear out all the material. So I may let this run overnight to clear out all the organic material. But let's go ahead and drop that chlorine into the pool. And when I drop chlorine in, I do it by the deep jet, the supply side, so where the water's coming out. And I just used regular chlorine from the dollar store or wherever, Ocean State. So I just dropped 3 gallons in to the pool of chlorine, and hopefully that will clear up my pool. If it doesn't, which I'll check it again tonight and see how much chlorine, hopefully it will raise to 20 parts per million of chlorine. If it doesn't and it's still cloudy, I will retreat it with chlorine. But if it's cloudy, or if it's clear and the chlorine is within the recommended range, which is 4 to 6 parts per million, I'll leave it and just maintain the chlorine level. That's it. If you have any questions, please go below and ask them, and I'll answer them. Have a good one.